Hey Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, subscribes, the comments, the generous donations in all forms, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear the energy. Sasha, stop looking on everything and let's see what the message the Spirit has for us. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. Go sit down somewhere. Did you hear that double bell? That double ring when I first struck it? It's like somebody wants to use your blueprint. Yeah, they want to use your book. They want to do what you did to get what you have. It's like now somebody wants to say, now they want to say, you know what? Huh. Maybe I'm gonna do this so that I can get what collective got. Hey, Cleo. They want things to go in their favor again. Like things have fallen out of their favor. So now they want things to go back in their favor. Bottom of the deck, the world. See, they want things to come back around to them. And maybe they want another chance with you to come back around. You know, because they see who you are and they know what you bring. You're very nurturing. You're very loving. You're very kind. This is just who you are. This is who you've always been. And also they're realizing that you followed your own blueprint. It doesn't make a difference how long it took. You persevered. You said, no, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want. This is the road I'm going to take. And I'm not going to get off that road to try and take an easy exit. If it's the long way, I'm just going to do it the long way. Hey, Charlene. And you know what? People are starting to see that you invested in yourself. You're receiving prosperity. You're very abundant because you invested in yourself. Hey, sis, I'm going to give you a call after this too. You invested in yourself. You didn't take the easy road out. You did the hard work. And see, now this somebody is looking at things in a different light. It's like you're getting some accolades that you didn't get before. You're getting some respect that they didn't give to you before, that was due to you. And the reason that you're getting this is because now somebody understands that the universe is always going to balance itself out for the choices that we've made. And someone is realizing that the choices that they made, that's why everything is crumbling. Everything has to tumble. And that's why they feel like they're losing everything. That's why they want to follow your blueprint now. Because they understand the choices that they made is what got them fucked up. See, they realize, you know what? You're a lot stronger than what they paid you before. They didn't think that you were, that you had strength, that you had courage, that you could get in there, that you could just do it. They didn't feel that, you were able to go on by yourself. You were able to move forward. And they're realizing that you're a lot stronger than what you look. Something about this teamwork, and you made a decision. And it could have been that you made a decision to work with a particular person. Could have been that you made a decision that you were just going to work with the Most High. But the decision that you made about who you were or you were not going to work with, that's what put you on the right path. See, you had these goals in mind, these dreams. You always had this vision of what it is that you wanted for your life, how you wanted your life to look. And you knew that the only one that was going to get it there was going to be you. Even whenever other people try to tell you, send you these messages, these subliminal messages that it wasn't going to work, you're wasting your time. Even whenever they sent you these subliminal messages about what you're doing is going to fail, you're never going to get there, you kept moving along. And now they're realizing that instead of them wasting their time trying to give you these subliminal negative messages, they should have worked on their own positive messaging for themselves. Oh, Ms. C.S. Oh, Miss C.S. I can't stand idiots. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much for those jewels. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, even whenever they realize that instead of them trying so hard to make you feel like you couldn't fit in, you couldn't do it, you couldn't make it, you couldn't do whatever it was, they should have been working on themselves. And now they feel like they're in a position where they can't get out of that. They're in a position where they can't break free from something. When somebody dug a hole so damn deep, they thought instead of me just digging 6 feet for the collective, I'm gonna dig a hole 35 feet deep for the collective to fall in. And then they fall in that hole and they can't get out because they didn't think to make a rope ladder. They didn't think to put in some type of megaphone at the bottom in case they got stuck, they could call for help. They just was so busy thinking about that hole that you was going to fall in, not realizing that they lost their balance and fell backwards in the hole themselves. Like I said, they didn't think about everything that could go wrong with their diabolical plan. They only thought about everything that was going to go right for their diabolical plan. And their diabolical plan working was that you was going to lose everything, that you was going to be in pain, that you weren't going to be able to get out of whatever it was that you already got out of, that you weren't going to follow your own blueprint. See, you had the vision. You had the clarity. You let the sun shine on all your plans so that you could see what would work and what wouldn't work. And if something was going to work, you saw, what you needed to do to actually get it there, to make it better. And then on top of that, you deciding what could work, what would work, what wouldn't work, and what you needed to do to make it work. You also had the courage that if there were things that didn't work, you were okay with that. It wasn't a matter of you saying, damn it, fuck, now I'm going to start all over. This is never going to work for me. You was okay with something not working. And then on top of that, if something didn't work out with a particular person, you didn't try to attack them. You didn't try to go off on them. You didn't try and tear them down. You were very diplomatic. And you understood that, this is not their issue. They're just a person. They're just a cog, a wheel in a cog. They're just whatever it is. But they don't have any control over how your life turns out, over whether you really make it to the top or you just stay at the bottom. The truth was that you had everything that you already needed within your own hands. You already had the blueprint. You had the blueprint since birth. The truth was that you already knew what it was that you needed to do. That was the truth. Something about you returning. Yeah, somebody, whoever had tried to secretly come against you and curse you, you returned that curse back to them. But you know what? The thing is, you didn't even realize you was returning a curse back to somebody. You just said something so simple like, return to sender times 10 for all everyone known and unknown, and you didn't know that somebody had tried to curse you. But whatever it was, you returned something back to somebody. And that's why they're looking at that blueprint right now like, damn. I wonder if I followed that blueprint the collective followed to get out of the bullshit that I had, to get out of the hole that I was digging for collective. Will I be able to get out of that same hole? See, somebody, they are fearful right now because they know that they didn't think of everything. They didn't think of the fact of, well, what if collective finds out? What if collective understands what I'm trying to do? What if collective, what if? Something about this person, them using their logic to realize they didn't know everything. And now that they realize that, they're afraid. Because what they were trying to do, what they were so gung-ho on doing, is not happening. You already got free. You already cut yourself free from the cords that they were trying to use to bind you. Yeah, it was, this person had even tried to deceive you on your spiritual walk. It's like this person was trying so hard, to get you off of your own spiritual path. And this is why this person, when they're looking at you and everything that you've accomplished, everything you've done, they're in awe. It's like they can't believe it. This is why they want to follow your blueprint. This is why they want to wear your shoes. You are very inspirational to them because you're very wise. I don't think that this person, they didn't feel that you were that wise. They didn't feel that you had this wisdom in you. You know what? And you're probably the type of person that's not going around saying, well, I feel, or I think, or this is what I have deduced of the situation, and this is what you're not that type of person. You're the type of person that if you see something, you're going to say something. Hey, Create. Hey, Jerome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, K Hypsee. If you see something, you're going to say something. If you see something that could be detrimental to them, you're going to say something to them. You're not just putting your 2 cents out there. You're not just speaking because you feel that it's wise. Yeah, this is the type of partner that you are. You know what? You're not going to say something unless you see it's something that's going to hurt somebody else. That's when you're going to say something to them. Other than that, You basically just stay in your lane. Confirmation. And see what you're working on. See, people are looking at what you're actually working on, and it's something that they've never seen before. It's not like you're trying to build the next best robotic whatever. Okay, Hyphy, thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you. I feel like you are working on something that people can see, can feel, can use for themselves. It may not be something that's tangible, something that you can hold, but it's definitely something that someone can work, that they can use for themselves. Even with this person, you know what? Even collaborating with somebody. Hey, Tara, you're even cautious about who you collaborate with because of mixing energies, not just mixing energies, but you know um like they say, birds of a feather. And you want to be very careful about who you are choosing to hang around, who you're choosing to collaborate with, because whoever you are going to collaborate with, it's going to be somebody that is on the up and up. Someone that doesn't come with bullshit. Someone who has a good name. Hey, Twyla. Just like you have a good name, you're going to collaborate with someone else who has a good name. Also, and I feel like this person that wants to follow your footsteps with your blueprint, it's like they want to work on their good name too, their name. Because I feel like them doing something or them going in a particular direction has what's the word I'm looking for? Soured their name, hurt their reputation. That's what it is. They hurt their own reputation. Yes, you can't. Yeah, this person wants to get away from being seen as someone that can't be trusted, someone that's not always on the up and up. Somebody wants to use that blueprint, that same blueprint that you use to get away, to trick the masses. Because they knew what they was doing when they was doing it. They just didn't know how people was going to view them after they did it. So now they want to see if they could act like you to trick the masses. They want fate to now go back in their favor. You know how it was, seemed like everything was going in their favor when everything was going bad for you, and now that things are going good for you, shit is going bad for this person. Well, this person wants things to go good for them so shit can go bad for you again. Yeah, like I said, and then on top of that, like I said, things are going good for you. And while things are going good for you, it's this person, they're not able to escape what they've done. It's like as things go better for you, it makes it so that, people are looking at you like, yeah, no, they lied on collective. It doesn't make a difference if it was 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, 22 years. People are now realizing that you were lied on, lied upon, lied about. Yes, you can't make this up. People are thinking about the past, and they're realizing that you have been lied on. This whole time, you stayed to yourself. You did whatever it was that made you happy, and because somebody else didn't like it, they were lying on you. You were a person, everybody knows you as a person that kind of stays to yourself. And you were even blamed for certain actions that you didn't even take. Now it's all coming out. The truth is coming out. I'm telling you, somebody wants to follow in your footsteps. Yes, they sure do, because They want that wheel of fortune to turn in their favor again because they're looking at you. And right now, you look like you're loving life. You're enjoying where you're at. You're enjoying your existence. And maybe things aren't 100% perfect, but they're getting there. Hey, Nancy, thank you so much. Your life is balanced. You're using discernment, not just with people, but with things. And, you have these opportunities that are taking you everywhere, that are taking you places that someone never thought that you'd be able to go there. Someone never thought that you would be able to see this. Someone never thought. And now this other person, the one who wants to use your blueprint to get where you're at, this person don't have a clue. They're being stopped. The door is closed. They're being told no because they didn't really do the work. See, this person, they acted like a fool whenever it came to your family. They acted like they didn't have a clue. But now that they see how things are turning out for you, now they want to be on board. Hey, Javrar, how are you? Yeah, something about you being magical. Just the way that things are turning out for you with the 10 of Cups, people are looking at you like you are some sort of magical. Yeah, something about you. Maybe it's some sort of passion about you or actions that you take. It could have been that, you're the one who got yourself out of a situation. That's why people are looking at you as you're sort of like you just got this magic about you. Like someone was going to try and keep you down, but somehow you were able to get out. You were able to get out of that hardship. Y'all, let me put her out there. You want to go outside? Go on. Go out back. We're not going out front. Go out back.
Front door locked.
Okay. Go on. Go on. Sorry, y'all. She was going to continue to do the little until I let her out. Let me get up and let her out. Hey, Robert. Hey, John Pickett. What's the message, Spirit? Good, John. That's wonderful. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, like you have some type of something magical about you. And I feel like somebody felt like you've always had this type of something magical about you that you were able to always get out of a situation. The wheel was, yes, you were able to get out of a situation, and that's why the wheel is always turning in your favor. Like you got the blueprint. You're the one with the gene. You're the one with the gene. Yep. See, now it's almost like you decided that you took some time out for yourself and you decided that it was time for what you needed to take some time and decide what it was that you needed to invest in with the hangman. And you took that, and whenever you decided it was that you needed to invest in you. Somebody was trying to, yep. And whatever you did, it was just right. It was just right. It's like you have that I don't know why I'm hearing the all-knowing or all-seeing eye. I don't know where that's coming from. But whatever it was, you was able to defend yourself and leave. Yeah, you were able to defend yourself against some bullshit that some people tried to put together. You made a decision that even if you had to do it alone, you was going to do it by yourself, but at least you was going to be in peace. And I feel like now somebody's feeling that same way. If they got to do it in peace. Yep, because they're being struck with wisdom. They are wise. They know what's going on. They understand what is happening. Yep, because you know what, like I said, you're working on something, but what you're doing is it's some type of partnership that, you know, whether it's with yourself, whether it was with the Most High, you're working on something, and everyone can see that it's something that's very healthy for you. It's not just for you, it's healthy for everybody. And maybe it's what you're doing to get ahead, what you're doing to be a better person, what you're doing to excel, ascend. But whatever it is, you're getting a lot of happiness out of it. You know, you're independent, you're balanced, and you use discernment. You know, you listen for the truth, not listening to hear what you want to hear. Because sometimes people are listening for their lie. You know, we don't want to accept this, so we'll sit back and we'll listen for somebody to say, you know, oh yeah, that was 24. I knew it was 24 when you really knew it was 22. Like they're listening for somebody was trying to listen for a lie. I had only fun. It's just me living. And be more confident. Okay. Okay. Yeah, something about this. Okay. See, yeah, somebody really, they was trying to listen for a lie. Like I said, you're listening for the truth. You know, but somebody thought that they was going to be able to get in with a lie, whether it was a little lie or whatever. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? What's the message? We'll get another deck. Yep, something about the tower. Everything is falling down. Because they're realizing they can't use your blueprint to get where they need to be. Yeah, you can't make this up. They cannot use your blueprint to get where they need to be. Hey, Andy, how are you? What's the message? What's the message? Yep. Something about something that they worked on. or you worked on. You worked on a long time. You worked on something for a while to get where you need to be. And this is what somebody's now looking like, I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if I did it like that, would I get just where collective is? Bottom of the deck, the devil. Told you. Somebody wants to use your blueprint to get to where you're at. Not because they are changing, but because they see how other people have changed against them. And they feel, can't make this up, how other people are leaving them out, blocking them out. Got them on call block. Yeah, because people have been hearing rumors. They've been hearing rumors about things that this person has done to you, how this person did not, the lies is coming out, and how this person, was not giving to you, how this person was not given to you at all. This is somebody that, oh my gosh, this is somebody that's in your family. This could be your family. Somebody's realizing, people are realizing either somebody in your family or your entire family. I don't know why I was getting ready to say they all going to hell. And this is you ascending to heaven. And this is justice. This is what you get because of what you had to endure. Because of, it's your, it's almost like, this what you had to endure to get to heaven. And now that you've endured it, your blessings are going up. Hey, Shaylin, how are you? Hey, Malcolm, how are you? Thank you, Shaylin. Yeah, something about somebody didn't think that what was going to come in was going to come in and put them in a sad position. They thought that they was going to be able to use your blueprint to get exactly what you got. Somebody came after your position, and they're not going to get it. Someone came after somebody. You see, you may be the empress. That was your blueprint. That was what you had to follow. And someone tried to come after your position. And it's not happening. It's not happening at all. Yep, something about this position that you hold. Now somebody's understanding that, they did not pour back into you. In fact, they didn't see you when they should have seen you. They were acting like they had choices. They was acting like, I'll come back to that later. I'll come back to it later. But now somebody's learning a big lesson about what family is. Somebody's learning a big lesson about, their name. They're who they represent themselves to be. Not their name is, my name is Ted Smith, not that type of name, but who they represent themselves to be. Someone had the opportunity to make themselves, they used to be seen as someone that told the truth, but now they're being seen as someone who is a willful liar, somebody that's trying to do other people wrong. And now this is why they want to try and use that blueprint, because they feel in a certain way. Somebody sees that somebody was using whatever their like if somebody was a warlock, that's what somebody was concentrating on. That's what somebody was busy doing, trying to put love spells. I feel like this person was trying to put love spells on everybody so that nobody could see that they weren't really winning. They were just cheating. People didn't really, oh my gosh, Roger, we love Roger. Now people are waking up to realize that, damn, Roger was putting a love spell on us. Roger was in the kitchen cooking up some bullshit. Roger was doing this. That's what people are realizing. Now they got to sit here, and now that people are realizing that shit, now they got to sit here and think back to, oh my gosh, wait, what were we really doing? What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Thank you. Yep, them secrets is coming out. Them secrets is not coming out. They are already out there. They are out there about, how you had to defend yourself, your love, your heart, everything. How you had to protect yourself, how you had to take up for yourself. And people are making this judgment call because of it. People are talking. People are doing a lot of talking now that they see things very clearly. They are doing a lot of talking, and a lot of it, has to do with how somebody tried to paint you. They wanted to paint you as some type of loose 304. A loose 304. The 304 is already loose. But then you got one that's looser than a loose goose. See, somebody wanted all the opportunities to land on them. They wanted everybody to see them as they when they woke up, as they saw you. But now people are realizing that somebody was just doing all this lying for the sake of fucking lying. For the sake of lying. Lying just to be lying. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. Somebody, and what's even worse is people are sitting here looking at somebody like now they understand how somebody was doing this just to win at all costs. People are sitting here looking back like, damn, you did all that just so that you could feel like you won something. Somebody ghosted a whole plan. They had to let go of this whole plan. Hey, OIMA, how are you? To new me, how are you? Yep, this person, they ghosted this entire plan. The whole plan that, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. They ghosted all of that. They had to stop and think about, okay, wait, what was they really, truly investing in? What were they truly investing in? And what they really wanted out of this whole situation, what they truly wanted was love. Acceptance. Yes. Love and acceptance. But instead, they're feeling overburdened. They're feeling like they was in some type of battle. And now that somebody's waking up and they're realizing that, yes, they were involved in a battle, unbeknownst to them. Like I said, people are waking up and they're starting to see somebody for who they truly are. And they're not liking that. They're not liking it. Because, whenever you do some type of spell, love spell, whatever, and you put the veil over somebody's eyes, or you make them fall asleep. When they wake up, they hate you. They despise you. Because then they know that, hey, if you did that to them, what else would you do? You lied to them. Especially if this is somebody that you're related to, that you were supposed to, give equally to. This is somebody that you're supposed to have been there for. Somebody, this could have been somebody's mother. Somebody did a spell on somebody's mother or something like that. Yeah, and now that this person is waking up and learning life lessons, and they're finding out the truth. And the reason that they're finding out the truth is because shit is not going in their favor no more. Now somebody's understanding what a generational curse is and what you were trying to do to fight against this generational curse. And you knew what was going on. You knew what was going on. But you know what? There's other people in your family that was following somebody else who was perpetuating the generational curse. These are the people that was the followers. It could have been, you could have a father that's a narcissist, straight up fucking narcissist. Yeah, and now somebody is sitting here praying, that their ancestors, their passed over ancestors and loved ones are there to protect them, Yeah, this is something that's the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Somebody has waken up to, oh, fuck. What have I done? What is going on? Yep, this sucker still want to come out. This devil still wants to come out. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, this person wants fate to go in their favor again because they know whatever they've done, it ain't working. Yep, this person is sitting here thinking about this plan that they made, how they was going to invest. And then they sitting here thinking about, wait a minute, this shit is not working out the way that I thought it was going to work. This person is realizing they got themselves stuck in a position where they easily could have loved somebody, but instead they didn't want to. Now this person is trying to find that blueprint so that they could get out of this, because everybody is seeing, oh, you was treating so-and-so like an asshole. We don't like assholes around here. Hey, Red Violet, how are you? See, somebody realized, oh, damn it. Somebody finally realized it was not cool to be treating somebody like an asshole. It wasn't cool to go around bullying somebody. It was never cool to sit here and do some of the shit that somebody did. Now they're realizing it. Not only that they getting judgment, not only are they being judged, but I feel like they are being judged by their family. I really do. I feel like they're being judged by a son of theirs and some siblings. Somebody's being judged. Yep. This person is definitely being judged. They find that they're going to have to defend themselves against their family. Because You know, like I said, this person has lied. All they did was just lie for the sake of being for the sake of lying. For the sake of lying. And this could have been a Sagittarius, a young Sagittarius that was acting like a devil. You know, somebody that was I don't know why I'm here and trying to take your place. Isn't there a song? There's a song or something that says lying in your face, trying to take your place, or something like that. That's what I just heard. But that shit did not work out at all. Not at all. Now they want this blueprint. Because they got their head all in their hands. Now they want this blueprint so they can just be looking like somebody that's praying, prayerful, you know, living a righteous life, trying to be a good family member, trying to do this, trying to do that. Now they're worrying about how they look. Hey, Latasha, how are you? Now they're trying to worry about how they look. Now that, yeah, you can't make this up. Now they're worrying about how they look. Hey, straight cheese, how are you? After they sat there and went around trying to break people's hearts, having people have to defend themselves or block them. Now you worrying about how you look. When people have to block you, you know, take some time, take a mental break away from you. Now you worrying about how you look. If you that type of person, you should have been worried about how you look a long ass time ago. What's the message, Spirit? I know that's right. Yep. I feel like with this 9 of Pentacles and the Lovers, you know, this is somebody that wanted you to be single. They didn't want you to be involved with nobody. They didn't want you to have anybody by your side. This is why they told so many lies. This is why they did so many things to have you left out in the cold. Because this person felt like this warlock felt like they could do this. They could say this spell to have somebody left out in the cold. But now they're realizing that spell came back on them. And they are sick, sad, sorry, busted, and disgusted. They didn't see that spell was going to come back on them. Now this King of Cups. Oh, this King of Cups. I'm hearing that song by Diana Ross. I'm coming now. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. That song. Somebody is free. They are able to leave. They are able to walk away. And this King of Wands, this warlock, and whoever they worked with, everybody is going to jail. Everybody is getting their justice. Like I said, somebody what they thought they was going to get is not what they're getting. Somebody thought that something was coming, their ships was coming in, but they realized that somebody had left. Somebody left. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yep. And they felt like they needed to leave. They felt like, I got to protect myself. I got to protect myself. Somebody sending you a message. They definitely want to send you a message, definitely about them understanding about this generational curse now. Now they get it. Now they understand. This is now they are ready to embark on a journey by themselves. Now they are ready to travel. Now they're ready to end some relationship that they shouldn't even have been in the first damn place. Mm-hmm. What's the message, Spirit? I know that's right, Red Violet. Yep. Now, so now there's somebody, the one who wants to use your blueprint, they're not able to defend themselves at all. Once you put up your boundaries, somebody was no longer able to defend themselves because of what they've done. I'm telling you, this is something that somebody cannot get out of. They don't know what they can do, what they got to do. This is somebody who is praying so that they can get over this heartache and heartbreak. This is somebody who, like I said, they're ready to leave. They have you're free to go. Like the prison doors have just opened. I'm telling you, there was somebody that was this warlock. This warlock thought that they was really doing some things, but now they are depressed because they did not see that these curses, that the curse that they did was coming back on them. Coming back on them. Yep. Something about somebody's returning to you. What else, Spirit? Yep, that King of Cups. That King of Cups definitely wants to apologize. Mm-hmm. I feel like that King of Cups definitely wants to apologize. They want to take the lead in any situation, and they want to come and they want to talk to you. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah, now somebody sees something. Before they didn't see it. Now they see it. Now they and they don't want to hear this message anymore. Almost like, somebody was was spreading these rumors, spreading these lies or whatever, and somebody didn't want to see it, but now they see it. How they sat there and they was being so easily misled. Now they see it. The whole time, you was just being an earth angel. You was just, there doing whatever it is, like you weren't causing any harm. If anything, you were causing someone to grow. But this person, like I said, they was confused in what they was doing. Very confused. Hey, Tia, how are you? And now they just want to apologize so that they can get this, they want to have this opportunity to apologize, to get everything back on track. Exactly, Robert. All in divine spiritual timing. Yeah, something about this Queen of Wands may even want to apologize to this King of Wands. These two are part of the same family. They want to apologize. This Queen of Wands wants to apologize to this King of Wands because found out that she had lied too. She had made a big lie. Something about something that you had said, something that you said was supposed to have been not spoken about. Like, hold back, don't talk about it. And it had something to do with your lineage. Yeah. Had something to do with your lineage. Somebody couldn't see it at first, but they see it now. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah, somebody's praying for you. They're praying for a second chance with you. They're praying to be in your presence. They're praying just to be able to have a conversation with you. They want to have a clear the air conversation. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to swing. We're getting ready to swing the pendulum. Then we're getting ready to wrap it up. What's the message? All right, Spirit. Which way is the pendulum going to swing? Which way is the pendulum going to swing? Looks like it's swinging yes. Thank you, Cleo. Thank you, thank you. Yep, it looks like the pendulum is swinging yes. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. And you know what? I really do want to do a members live. Hopefully, we can do a members live this evening after I get off work. It just depends. I have a mentally taxing position, and some days that whenever I get off work, I'm like, I'm done. Y'all, thank you so very much. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you all. And especially, I want to say thank you so very much to Ms. CS. I can't stand idiots. And K Hypsee and Straight Cheese. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate all of y'all. I really do. All right, y'all. I will see you a little bit later. Like I said, hopefully this evening, hopefully today is going to be a nice, smooth day. And I will have some energy at the end of the day. And we can do a members live this evening. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. I love you so very much. If you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe, please do so. We would love to have you as part of this soul tribe. Bye now.